right, listen, y'all. This is the Tatum Talk Show, man. Where good is the enemy of great, man. I gotta slow it down. All right, listen, because seriously. This is my mentor. This is my friend. This is my brother. I've learned so much from him. So let me give you a quick scenario. All right, so years ago when I came to somebody like 2008, 2009, and when I seen this camp, I said I want to be a part of this, right? The man told me, he said, all right, Derrick, everybody say the same thing. He said, if you want me to be a part of this, I need you to fly to Detroit. I need you to coach the camp for free, and then we'll talk. So I'm like, man, I'm Derrick Tatum, man. I'm not flying no damn Detroit, man. But then I thought about it, and I said, you know what? If this man give me an opportunity, I gotta take advantage of it. So I came here, coached this camp, and then from there it became a friendship. Now, he gave me a script. He gave me a scenario of how I could become successful. Since then, I made six figures since then because of this man right here. So without further ado, man, this is Curtis Blackwell, the owner of Sound Mind Somebody, the organizer of the college showcase, the guy that's had more guys in the NFL, more guys in college than anybody in the entire country, the guy that runs the biggest camp, the guy that has the camp with the most college coaches, the guy that had mega camps before it was called mega camps, Curtis Blackwell.
Tatum, what up, though, my dog? What up, man? I'm finally on your show, dog. Dang, man. I'm finally on the Tatum Talk Show, man. I seen your thing, man. It's awesome what you're doing, man. It's nothing like seeing someone just take the steps, man, and being great. I'm very proud of you and honored, man, to be a part of what you're doing, man. I saw your son out here, and I remember when we were kicking it, I was coming to Atlanta, your son was doing drills, and he was in line, and he was getting cleats, and I said, man, this thing has been going on that long that, man, it's like 12 years later, and your son is grown and at the camp, hanging out with us, getting Adidas cleats. So, man, I'm proud of you, man. Continue to do your thing, man. Let's get it popping.
So let me ask you a question, man. Let's talk about it. You're a Detroit native. Mm-hmm. You played at HBCU, and now, what made you come back home? Because you had opportunities to do all kind of things, man. You were coaching in college. You were offered jobs all over the country. What made you come back home to Detroit?
I was blessed coming up in a single parent home, and I really felt an extreme amount of gratitude for all of the things that I had achieved based upon my coaches. And I always felt like in the city of Detroit, the goal was to make it out. It was never to make it back. Right. And so I wanted to be that person that kind of helped others be just like myself, because I realized had it not been for my coaches, I would have been a statistic. I would not have been the individual that I was. And really, I can attribute that to my high school coach. My coach, I committed to Central Michigan in high school, and I was gone. I was Central Michigan Division I school. I was good. I had 4 or 5 offers. He told me about visiting an HBCU, and I'm like, Coach, man, I don't want to visit no HBCU. Only thing I knew about HBCU was different world and things of that sort. But my coach really told me, just trust me, go take a visit. I went on a visit to Hampton University. Best decision I ever made, changed my life. And because of that, I was able to get a master's degree, a bachelor's degree. I worked with the NFL, I worked at Michigan State. All of it was because of the network that I got at Hampton University. But more importantly, it wasn't that. It was because I did what my coach told me to do. And so many times nowadays, everybody has all the answers, all the solutions, but you don't remember the people that are guiding you, giving you a pathway to success. And so my high school coach gave me that guidance. And so because of that blueprint that he provided me, I became who I am today. And so I wanted to be that same individual for someone else, because I knew it wasn't me, it was my coach. And we have to get back to that in our community, where the coaches are the voices of reason that can give direction and allow young people to provide a pathway to go to the next level.
So, okay. So what gave you the idea, though, to start? Because when you first started, you didn't think it'd be like this, man. What gave you the idea for Sound Mind Somebody?
Sound Mind Somebody was really intended to be a life skills academy for kids in the hood that really were, you know, when we got to college, when we got to Hampton, we looked around, we like, man, these boys, the top athletes didn't make it out the hood. The top athletes did not make it out the hood. And it wasn't because of athleticism. It was because of choices. it was because of academics. It was because of lack of exposure. So we created a camp that did everything else but football. That's why it was called Sound Mind, Sound Body. It wasn't because we needed a recruiting camp, or else we would have called this the Michigan Showcase or the Football Camp of America. We wanted to do something that focused on the other things that nobody else was doing. And so in order for us to do that, we had to create a camp where we made the kids do academics, life skills, and mentoring before they hit the field. Because we realized the only way you're going to get kids from the hood to sit down and listen to an academic presentation is to do it before the camp, not after the camp. And so in doing that, it created something that became very special, because we realized that holding the keys of football, you can get a kid to do anything that you want them to do. And so from that, it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
So he's being real humble, y'all, because like bigger is a small word, really. This man doing cheerleading camps, he's doing 7-on-7, he's doing academic help, he has a community center that he's building in his old neighborhood. Talk to me about your community center, and talk to me about how many people in the city of Detroit are you influencing right now?
Right now we have about 8,000 students in our program. We have a youth league. We have 28 after-school programs at different schools throughout the state of Michigan. We also have we also have the camps that we touch. We have 4 different camps that'll touch 5,000 kids, fully sponsored by Adidas. And then we have a community center in the neighborhood that I grew up in, 50,000 square foot building, 2 acres of land. We got that from the governor of Michigan. And really our goal is just, man, to be a place of refuge for young people. It's all about making sure that those that come behind you have the same opportunities that you had. And that's really what we got to get back to as people, is understanding that we can only be evaluated by what we do for others. What we do for others is what counts and what lasts forever. You know, it's great to say you're good, I'm good, but what did you do for someone else? And if you're not doing for someone else, then it really don't count.
So, question, man. Like, one thing that I learned from you is about relationships. Like, that's one thing that you always taught me, is about relationships. How did you build relationships to have guys all over the country bring their top guys to one event in Detroit on Wayne State's campus? Talk to me about that.
Well, the way I went about it and the way we accomplished it was we did it one person at a time, and it's all about sustainability. It's all about making sure that you invest into people, and you ensure that when you build a relationship with a person, you got to be consistent and follow up. And so my goal is always to answer every phone call, respond to every text message, read every email, and treat everybody like this the first and last person you're going to meet. And in doing that, we've been able to create a network. But what we also want to do is empower each other to realize, like, listen, we are the biggest influencers in America. Like, why are we looking outside of ourselves? We got all the top kids. We know all the top players early. Why wouldn't we take what we have and use it to elevate ourselves? So Derrick Tatum asked me about, being a part of the podcast, and even, being a partner and investor or whatever. But I'm like, man, listen, this is what you're doing. You've always supported me, and I don't want to charge you nothing for being out here. I don't want to be a partner with you. I didn't even respond to the proposal he sent me, because it's like, listen, you've been a part of what we're doing. I'm a part of what you're doing. And so that's how we built this organization that is looking at the relationship that me and you have and why you're here right now. Like, it could have been one of those things where you're only here because I'm a partner. If not, you're not allowed to have access. But it's not like that, because I understand that our relationship is bigger. This podcast might be the biggest podcast in the world. And if it is, and I hope it is, then I know Sound Mind will be the biggest program in the world because of your podcast. And so that's how we got to uplift each other in our community, is not making it so transactional, quid pro quo, but really doing it because it's the right thing to do. And that's what it's all about. And that's how we built that, one relationship at a time, like me and you. And it's just like being a parent, just like being a husband. You got to endure the hard times. Our relationship hasn't always been pretty and easy, but you don't have worse endurances with your family members, and others. And so if we can accomplish that and overcome that, why can't we get through the things that we're doing? Because we all mean the same. We all trying to do the same thing, and that's uplift young people. And that's why we got to be here for each other.
So, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. It was some years ago, man. I had did something, and it wasn't the right thing. All right. I called Kurt, and Kurt was upset at me, and I thought that our relationship was gonna end. Like, I thought that he was gonna stop messing with me. And the man told me something I'll never forget. He said, Derrick, he said, you my brother. He said, this is like a marriage. He said that because I got in an argument with my wife, I'm not gonna divorce her. He said, I'm not gonna stop messing with you because of one incident. He said, I love you, you my brother, let's move forward. And I think, man, that's missing, Kurt. That's missing, because every time somebody do anything to anybody, I'm messing no more. Instead of saying, you know what, let me call that person up, let's talk about it. So, like, what gave you that discernment to be able to handle relationships like that continually throughout your life?
I grew up in the church. I grew up in a community where it was a village, and because of the village that I had around me, I understood that I had to give back what was given to me. My sister had a baby at the age of 12, man. It was really all, it was my coaches, it was the neighbors, the family members, and because of all of those things, I realized that you're only as good as the people you have around you. You can define, they said network is net worth, and so I realized that if I could stay married or engaged with my wife, if I could keep a same relationship with you for 20 years, imagine how powerful we can be. And that's how it is in the community that we serve, is that we all got to look at things from sustaining the relationship. If we can sustain a relationship, and that's what you see right here. We sustain a relationship with so many people for so many years that it's automatic, like clockwork. But it's not because it's been easy. It's been because we thugged it out and we endured the hard times. And that's what it's got to be if you want to continue to elevate and grow, especially in our community.
So let me ask you a question there, man. How can we expand? How can we continue to grow Sound Mind, Sound Body, and grow relationships in our communities?
First thing we got to do is we got to make Tatum Talks the #1 podcast in America. Because if Tatum Talks is the #1 podcast in America, Sound Mind, Sound Body will have a voice. And I want Tatum Talks to be the voice of SMSB, to tell the stories, to communicate the messages, and to deal with the most controversial topics head on. And that's what we need. We need a voice. We need someone who can really be able to say for us, by us. That's so important. And so that's really one of the biggest things, because right now it's all about communication and information. So that's it. And the second thing I think we could do is all of us as people, we got to just keep on sticking together and working together, man. Like, we can't get lazy and rest on what we did 5 years ago. I'm just as hungry right now as I was 5 years ago. Anytime you come out here to one of these events, my goal is to try to make it better than the last time. You never come out here and be like, oh, it's the best camp. I'm always hard on myself, hard on our team, because we realize that we want to be better. We want to get better. So that's it.
So man, I just want to say, listen, I'm thankful, because I love when I come here, man. When I come here, it's like a family reunion. Like, all my Detroit guys, it's like I get more love here in Detroit than I get in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why Jeezy said it. He love it. But no, man, it's a blessing, man, to be able to be a part of this. This is just year 21?
Yeah, 21 years.
21 years, man, of excellence, man. So what's next, Kurt? Kurt, what's next? Tell me what's next, man.
Right now, our goal is to, create our own community center. We got a Sound Mind, Sound Body chapter in Columbus, Ohio, that we're setting up our 501c3 in Ohio, and then we got an event we got a program that we're gonna be doing in Broward County in Florida. And Adidas is really want to work with us on a grassroots level nationally, and so all of those things are really going to help us elevate, and Tatum Talks is going to have to be at everything we're doing, and it's really important for us to take each other. Like, what you see out here is a camp, but what you don't understand and you don't talk about is 20 Black-owned businesses out here at this event. That's out here. Nobody's paid, charged nothing, and they out here networking, advocating. We also got 25 historically Black colleges and universities. I'm a product of a HBCU, so you think I'm not going to ensure that the HBCUs that I was a part of are here at this event? That's a mandate that I stay close to those who given to me and have invested in me. So it's the businesses, it's the community partners, and that's what's next, is elevating this and taking this across the country, because the Black dollar is powerful. The Black network is powerful. What we got to do is just tap into it, because this can be done in Atlanta, this can be done in Chicago, this can be done anywhere. It's just more of us having the ability to look past our differences and focus on what we have in common. So many times we focus on the fact that you a vegan and you like pork chops. It ain't about pork chops and vegan. It's about the fact we care about kids and we love football. So let's put aside our differences and focus on what we got in common. And if we do that, we can uplift and elevate. And that's what our goal is in everything that we do.
Man, y'all heard it best, man. From the owner of SMSB, baby. Sound mind, sound body. Hey, man. Hey, God, shoot, you next. You next, man. Hey, man. Hey, listen, man. This is Tatum Talk, man. Where good is the enemy of great. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get a picture. Get a picture. I just met your son, man.